together this year in the spirit of the season.
Their delicious holiday menu at tastycatering.com features all the amazing appetizers and entrees, savory side dishes, and decadent desserts that you'll need for the ideal holiday office party.
From elegant plated dinners to casual company buffets and festive cocktail hours.
Stop by their Elk Grove Village Kitchen and meet their award-winning catering family and sample some of their new and classic holiday menu dishes.
The experienced holiday events team is ready to take you step by step through the planning process, simply and stress-free.
Don't delay. Call Tasty Catering at 847-593-2000 or view the holiday menu online at tastycatering.com.
That's 847-593-2000. tastycatering.com. Holidays. Gather, eat, and enjoy together.
If you maintain an industrial plant, you know your dust collection systems are a vital part of the operation of your plant. Without them, things can get dusty quick. And when your dust collection system malfunctions, the downtime can cost your plant money. Time to call the professionals at Vans Industrial for help.
Hi, I'm Dave Van Camp, owner of Vans Industrial. At Vans, we work with many different types and sizes of dust collectors, from 1,000 CFM to 100,000 CFM. If your system needs housing repair, tube sheet, pulse valves, ductwork, or collection hoods, give us a call. Schedule an inspection today to keep things running smoothly and avoid costly downtime. And when you're ready for a new dust collector, we can design your system from the collection hoods to the stack for plants of all size applications.
Vans uses only the best and safest union-trained mechanics, insured at the highest level, to perform the job right. Call 833-VANS-IND. That's 833-VANS-IND. Or on the web at vansindustrial.com.
It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life, from gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Welcome to On Target Radio. Tonight with us in the studio is Q. Amoah, president of the 761st Gun Club of Illinois. The club is dedicated to giving every African American in Chicago area an opportunity to be exposed to firearms in a safe, responsible way. Be sure to give us a call at 312-642-5600 to ask our guest a question or make a comment. Or go to Facebook. Like our page On Target Radio and ask a question there.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. Another week. It's been an interesting week. We have a very interesting guest this evening. We're talking on all kinds of stuff in the conference room. Q. Amoah, who is with the 761st Gun Club of Illinois. I'm glad you found your way all the way up here from Chicago, from back that way.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Why don't you tell everybody what the 761st Gun Club is?
So the 761st Gun Club is affiliated with the National African American Gun Association. So our main focus is to introduce firearms, give people in the community opportunity with firearms, and teach them how to be responsible, safe gun owners.
Is this a club in the real sense of the word club? Like you meet regularly? And
yes,
that sort of
we
thing?
meet once a month. So we go through various things. We talk about legislation that's going on. We talk about training pieces, firearms, anything, even also planning for events and community service events as well.
I think the history of the organization, because it's not just Chicago.
Yes.
You've got, how many chapters are there, do you know?
So the National African American Gun Association has over 70 chapters across the nation. We are over about, I want to say, 25,000 members in the organization as well. So my gun club, well, we're about 140 members so far. So we've been, December 14th will be our 2-year anniversary. So yeah, we're
happy anniversary.
Numbers. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
The genesis of the organization, how it got its name, is, I think, kind of interesting.
Yeah, so the name 761st Gun Club is named after the 761st Tank Battalion. So the 761st Tank Battalion was all-black tank battalion that was fought in World War II. They were part of General Patton's army. They did a lot of things. They kicked a lot of butts in Nazis' butts. And one famous soldier was Lieutenant Jackie Robinson. He was a member of the 761st Tank Battalion.
So they were under Patton.
Yes.
That's interesting.
He loved them. He loved them.
I used to collect patent things that he would say because he was always had these precious little things that he would talk about. Somebody was just.
I just turned on YouTube and the sound was turned on. Somebody left the sound turned on.
Oh, I wonder what it was. I thought somebody was telling me I should quit, get a real job.
Somebody whose name starts with A left the sound turned on.
But we won't mention who she is.
But I won't say any more about her.
So, fine. That's fine. You're listening to AM 560, The Answer. It's on Target Radio. Where do you meet? Where are you at?
So we meet once a month at Eagle Sports Range out of Oak Forest. It's a great gun range. That's the closest gun range we got from the city of Chicago. It has a lot of room, a lot of range, a lot of lanes, a lot of everything there. So we meet there once a month. They give us a classroom. We have our meeting, and afterwards we just go out, shoot targets, and then have fun.
Cool. Yeah. We need to get you out to ASC. You need to check us out.
Please do.
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll take you out. You shoot sporting clays by chance? You ever done that?
I actually done it once. It was last summer out in the NRA day with the Illinois State Rifle Association outdoors. I was new. The first clay got sent off. I missed it, and the kid gave me a couple of pointers, and the next 5 I was dead on. So I think I'm a natural at it. So
really?
I love it. So.
Oh, great. So we're not going to go shoot sporting clays. No, we got a really good sporting clays course out there. Well, you have to come out and we'll show you around.
Please do.
It's interesting. I have heard this that the fastest growing segment in the gun industry in the Chicagoland area, at least, are black inner city women.
Yes.
Is that true?
That's the case.
Is that true across the country?
That is true across the country, I believe. Then part of the National African American Gun Association, we was talking about the membership. One of our conference calls, we talked about the number of women joining the gun club, and probably like 60% of the members in the gun club are women. So women, especially black women, are coming out in droves to exercise the Second Amendment right, and I love it. It shows the sign of empowerment, independence, and everything. What it's supposed to be about. I mean, taking their own safety in their own hands.
It really is. How many murders were there or how many shootings were there in Chicago last year? I can't remember. Do you know offhand? 7,000, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like around that number.
It's just out of control, and when it's sort of graveyard humor. But I used to say I'd give gangbangers shooting lessons if the guarantee that they'd hit who they're shooting at. But they always hit some poor kid sitting on the front porch or something. I mean, it's just totally out of control. And I don't know that I don't understand. I don't understand why people do that in their own community. I really don't. I don't know what causes that.
I mean, what I think it is just it's a pride thing. It's a pride thing, and I think social media hasn't helped a lot. Guys have some beef on social media, and then emotions drive high, and they just go out and shoot and don't care who's in the way. They just want to get that target. So and I think social media and de-escalation situations are not getting taught anymore, and we in this environment we are in today. So it's not just in the city. I mean, we talk about it in the whole country as well. Yeah,
exactly. It is. And in the next segment, I want to actually talk a little more about the sociological aspects of this stuff. Give us a call, 312-642-5600. QMO is on, and he's the president of the 761st Gun Club of Illinois. So do all of your members, do they go shooting? Do all of them do that? Or?
Yes, they all go shooting. We get a lot of members who never shot a gun before. So we have them come in, don't know, they got a FOID card they had like a few years ago, and they had this FOID card sitting in their purse or wallet and just collecting dust, and they just want to exercise it. So they come on out, and what we do is we talk about ammo, we talk about firearms. What is a semi-automatic? What is like a bolt action? What is that automatic or this scary word assault rifle that they try to plant on people's heads? So we educate the people on that, and Usually the number one question I get from a new owner is, what kind of gun should I get? I'm like, I can't never answer that for you. So the greatest thing about the gun range is they allowed you to rent guns there to shoot, and you just take a feel of what you like and then go from there.
Sure.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's got to be a big undertaking to get that many people together and do that. It's daunting. It takes money too, I assume.
It takes a lot of money.
So you have due structure? How do you?
Yes, we do. We have dues. We keep it simple. So usually it's $35 for a single, $65 for a couple, $5 for a youth, any kid under the age of 17. And then what we do is we put that money in for events for 761st gun events, and then we try to work on like events, like we go out to all these like when we need to get a booth and all that other stuff to just spread the gospel of black gun ownership. So
yeah, we got to hook him up with John Howard.
Yes, definitely.
John, if you're listening to the show tonight, which he does often,
your number is up.
Your number's up. We're going to hook you up with Q because I think there's.
So I'm gonna risk asking a really
go for it.
Bad question, but I have a lot of friends who are in the Frederick Douglass Foundation, and I've been to some of their events, and I'll just say I was not the only white person there. Does your club restrict membership by ethnicity?
I'm so glad you asked me that question. So, and that's the number one another question that we get non-black people to ask. I'm white. Am I allowed to join a club? Yeah, we have no problem with that. We actually have a couple of white members in our gun club. So I just let them know off the bat to say, hey, you could join our gun clubs, but know that our focus is on the west side and south side of Chicago. So if you want to be a part of that, fine. But when we're going to do some events, I expect you to be out there to help us to get our numbers and educate the people in those areas about their God-given rights of self-defense.
I think most Caucasian people don't really understand what it's like to be a person of color surrounded by all white people. And I didn't certainly.
I do that I get that every weekend.
Right. Until you go into that room, you know, until I wandered into a black church when I was 18 years old.
Well, I was teaching Louisiana Tech and I had to go to Grambling. And I was the only white person in the entire town. And everyone was very nice. It's just for the first time in my life, I could see what it is. Yeah,
that's my weekend.
When we come back, we're going to pick up Doug on phone call, but we'll be back with more on Target Radio after these messages. And you're listening to AM 560.
The Answer.
We're pleased to be joined by our friend Juan Williams.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
Not only is the caravan a humanitarian issue, it's no threat to us. It's not an invasion. We need to deal with the source of the problem.
Both parties have abdicated the national security responsibility on the southern border, and people are tired of it. And that's not racist. That's rational.
That is so irrational. I don't even know where to begin.
Data's racist when it doesn't comport with your worldview.
Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
I had my yearly physical and all my tests and everything, and they were wonderful. In fact, my doctor said everything came back and it's fantastic. So, and my blood pressure was down 20 points. So, yeah, it was kind of high, but now it's okay.
So I think that the balance of nature is a big deal for me, and I feel good. I generally feel not up like crazy, but I feel happy. All the nutrition, all the nutrients that I needed or need, I'm getting. I feel good that way.
For a limited time, use discount code CHICAGO, and we'll take 35% off your first preferred set of fruits and veggies and have them shipped to you free. Call 800-246-8751 or go online to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
Message and data rates may apply.
Looking to spruce up your home with fashionable new window blinds, shades, and draperies? Look no further than Chicago's own Eddie Z's, the window treatment experts that come to you. Eddie Z's is offering radio listeners an amazing offer. Buy one window treatment and get the second at 50% off. To schedule a free shop-at-home appointment with one of our friendly and professional design consultants, simply text WINDOW to 642-642 or go to eddiez's.com. By providing an amazing selection of today's top brand names and styles and advice from experts who come to you, Eddie Z's has earned an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau. Save big with our buy one and get 50% off on the second treatment of select blinds, shades, or drapery. Nobody does blinds and drapery better than Eddie Z's. Nobody. Take the first step into transforming your home with beautiful window treatments by scheduling your free at-home consultation. Simply text WINDOW to 642-642 or go to eddiez's.com. Text WINDOW to 642-642.
Now return to On Target on AM 560. The Answer. If you have a question or opinion, the studio line is 312-642-5600. Now, here's your host, firearm expert and educator, David Lombardo.
Well, the board's lighting up, so we got a good guest on tonight. We're stoking the fire. On line one, we got Douglas from Chicago. Douglas says something about Chicago in 2015. It's pretty hard to make it broader than that. Douglas, how you doing this evening?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. So what is it about Chicago in 2015?
Oh, they got that. It sounded like you said you thought there were 7,000 murders in Chicago.
Oh, something like that.
No, he said shootings, not murders.
Shootings.
615 was the total number of murders in 2017.
Right, but how many shootings were there?
Yeah, how many people got shot?
I have no idea.
That was
two different.
Like you said, 7,000 murders.
Yeah, no,
No.
I actually started to say that, and then I realized I was saying not what I was intending to say. So, but the point of that is that it's a lot.
Way too many.
It's a big number.
Yeah. In a city where gun control has always been supreme, you talk about a range, Q, and you know the story because you know Rhonda, but first you couldn't have a gun. Well, then the Supreme Court said, well, yes, you can. So then you could have a gun, but it had to be registered, one gun only, could be loaded, and you had to take a 5-hour course, which included shooting. And I was certified to teach that course. But there was no place, and this is the whole thing about Rhonda Ezel, there was no place to go in the city of Chicago to do it, and she didn't drive. Mm-hmm. And went to the Supreme Court, and then they said, okay, fine, we can have gun ranges. And they literally sat down and mapped out the city of Chicago, and they made it such that, yes, you can have a gun range, just there's nowhere to have one. They said, well, it can't be, 2,000 feet of a school, whatever it was, I don't remember. So we know a guy who has a huge trailer, like a semi-trailer, all built out as a range. And he was been after me for a year or more, and to bring it into Chicago and to literally park it in a neighborhood and help train, like, particularly women.
Concealed carry.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, well, they won't let him in the city. It's a gun range. They won't let, even though it's a semi, it's a gun range. So we've been knocking our head against the wall to try and do that. And you live in that every day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, no, he doesn't. He lives in Romeoville.
I live in Romeoville, but yeah.
But no, I'm saying your club. The people who are in that club do.
Yeah.
He lives 20 minutes from me.
And the funny thing about it is, and that's what it is. I mean, a lot of people in the club just don't like the fact that they drive so far away to go to the gun range. And I got people who want to join my club. I mean, my numbers could have been huge right now, but they can't join because they got to take public transportation. And what the gun laws was, what the public transportation is.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean,
Chicago is always the exemption to everything. when they did the concealed carry bill, you can see it. You can go into parks everywhere in the state except the city of Chicago.
Forest preserves.
The
yeah.
forest preserves, rather. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, and what? To what end? They got the highest crime rate in the state. You look at New York, you look at Detroit, you look at places where there's high crime, they're all under Democratic control.
And that's the funny thing. We always, I don't know how familiar with Moshe. He's from the Black Guns Matter, and he made this profound statement that all gun control is racist. And a lot of people's like, whoa, what do you mean by that? And you got to break it down. Like, I mean, I live in Will County, and I mean, and Cook County is not that far from me, where I live. And I got a little more leeway with what type of firearms I can own versus my
you
member.
have a lot more leeway.
Oh yeah, a lot more. I mean, and I agree. I mean, a lot more. I would like that more, but but yeah, but that's a state thing. But that's the thing. Like versus Cook County and especially in the city of Chicago. I mean,
Where I
it's
live,
not a day.
I live, I can cut my grass with a gun. It's very expensive, 1 bullet per blade. We got George is also on the line. George grew up in Mexico and wants us to explain.
No, it says he grew up Mexican. That's different.
Am I on the phone?
You are on the phone.
You are now
and
on the
you're on the
phone.
radio.
You know, we have this thing. It's interesting. I mean, how many people have an FOID card?
About 4.
Do you know?
Yeah.
4 million?
I think
In the
it's
state of Illinois?
Yeah, it's about
Do you know statistically?
Yeah, about 4 million.
I think it's like 6.
I don't think you're right. I think
it's like 6 million.
I think
Is
you're
it 6
smoking
now?
it, But
No.
how many people have carry concealed?
About 300,000, about 330, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now how many people are in Illinois?
Oh, that
Actually, I don't know. How many
Okay,
residents?
So if 500 people were killed or shot in the last 9 or 10 or 12 months, whatever, in the city of Chicago, do you think that all those guns? Do you think all those people had FOID cards? Do you think all of those guns were purchased at a legal gun shop?
No, of course not. We know they're not.
Yeah.
Well, then what are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about control.
We're talking about nonsense.
Yeah.
We're talking about troglodytes that have guns that they shouldn't have, that they shouldn't be given to. We're not talking about citizens. We're talking about troglodytes.
Well, no, you're right. I mean, that's always been the problem.
You're goddamn right. I'm right.
That is.
So you.
That's always been the problem in states where there's a lot of gun control. The problem is somebody said this to me. Liberals love to do this. You say, well, I don't think they're, I think you should be able to own a gun. Oh, well, then what, you think you should own a nuclear missile too? And I go, sure, why not? Because what I'm going to become illegal when you give me that. It's about, like I was saying earlier, this is about values. It's about what you believe. It's not about color. It's not about any of these other things. It's about, I believe in self-sufficiency. I believe that I make my own way. And that's what really splits people. And liberalism intentionally takes certain groups and teaches them that they don't have the right to do that.
Yeah, the bad people is not going to follow the laws. That's why they are bad people.
Exactly.
That's why they're called criminals. And what happens is, they could make a new gun law tomorrow, and then all the law-abiding citizens who have guns are going to apply to. We're going to comply. Kicking and screaming,
Exactly.
But we're going to comply. And what's going to happen is the criminals are still going to have the advantage over the law-abiding citizen. So, I'm worrying about that single woman who's coming home from work late, and then she's getting off the bus, and she needs to walk home, and she's a couple blocks away. She needs to be able to protect herself.
I just said that we did a panel discussion a few weeks ago, and I just said one of the biggest things that women would like to see changed is banning concealed carry from public transportation. That's a huge problem.
Yeah. We got so many. I'm pretty sure we got people in the public transportation who are carrying. And they're criminals.
I'm sure.
Of course you do.
So what's happening is you just
Well,
got an advantage over everybody else.
There's on video assaults all the time.
Exactly.
And instead of allowing concealed carry, they upgrade the video system. Oh, well, now we have better video.
Yeah,
so, so everything's good now.
Yeah.
You're listening to On Target Radio. This is AM 560. The Answer. Give us a call, 312-642-5600. Try to not use profanity if we can avoid that.
Yeah, you're not really allowed. This is a Christian station. We don't take
Exactly.
the Lord's name in vain here.
I love his passion, though. He's very passionate.
He was very passionate. That's true.
Well, and I kind of wonder if he maybe called the wrong station, because obviously we don't advocate for gun control on Target Radio.
Probably not.
So the number of murders last year in Chicago was 650, but the number of shootings was 2785.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And
That number,
the year before, so 2016, there were 771 murders, 3,550 shootings in 2016.
So it's gone down.
So it is going down. Actually, I saw another in Wikipedia. It said that the highest, this is going to, okay, so would anyone like to hazard a guess what the highest year for murders in Chicago was?
Probably during Prohibition.
Al Capone.
Actually, 1974.
Really?
970 murders in 1974.
Wow. I wasn't around then, so I don't want to know.
You weren't around in 74?
No, sir. 1980.
So it's actually getting better.
Well, we have concealed carry.
Yeah.
It's the other interesting thing. Well, we're almost out of time. But the other interesting thing is there have been a number of cases in the black community where a person who didn't have a FOID card or whatever, but was a law-abiding citizen and owned a gun, defended themselves, and they don't go after him because they're scared to death to have that precedent set. If they go after him, you know what's going to happen. Some poor old guy is going to go, hey, I'm defending my house, the guy broke in, and it's going to go badly. And so the city doesn't prosecute him. There's a whole story behind that, I'm sure.
And that's another reason why we have that gun club, so because we get people to do it the legal way.
Yeah. Oh, no, I agree.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got to take another break, and we'll be back with more on Target Radio. And you are listening to AM 560, The Answer.
One thing became painfully apparent this past election cycle. There are forces out there trying to destroy the America we know. And guess what? Those forces are still there. The election didn't change that. All this election did was restart the clock. In 2 years, we'll have to stand up and do it all again. Are we going to let the forces of darkness take back this country? Or are we going to stand up and fight for what's right? Stick with this station to get your marching orders. AM 560, The Answer.
Fox News, I'm Richard Jordan. Florida's midterm election results are finally in, but the embattled Broward County supervisor is on her way out. The Sun Sentinel reports Brenda Snipes submitted her resignation hours after completing the manual recount.
Today, the recount came to an end with Florida's Republican Governor Rick Scott with about 10,000 more votes for Senate than incumbent Democrat Bill Nelson. After conceding, Nelson said even after he leaves the Senate, he will fight for people on all fronts.
Fox's Gernal Scott. Republican Ron DeSantis will be Florida's next governor. California's wildfires have claimed the lives of 79 people. Some who evacuated are now going back home.
Here in Point Doom on Doom Drive, residents of this neighborhood are going to be allowed back in. Some people are going to find that their house is completely gone, and that's the case all up and down this street.
Fox's Anita Vogel in Malibu. This is Fox News.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invite you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Hello, Chicago. Christopher Crum, your host for Power Trading Radio here. And did you know that Online Trading Academy has got some comprehensive 3-hour workshops that'll teach you the common mistakes that traders and investors make? We'll show you how we time the markets with a great degree of accuracy, and we'll teach you how to apply a simple rule-based trading and investing strategy. Well, you can apply this to your trading account if you wanted to replace or supplement your income, or apply it to your long-term investments to build wealth over time, or do both. It's a $500 value. I'm giving it away to the next 5 callers absolutely free. Just call 888-984-8723. That's 888-984-8723. You know what else? I'm going to throw in a active investor wealth builder educational CD absolutely free with this too. It's $99 value. So for the workshop and the CD, almost $600. Just call 888-984-8723. It's for the next 5 callers only. 888-984-8723. And don't forget to check us out on the web at tradingacademy.com.
This is Dr. Sebastian Gorka. President Obama's 8 years of leading from behind left the world in flames. From Russia's invasion of Ukraine to North Korea's missile tests and a growing ISIS caliphate. Under President Trump, American leadership is being restored. But that does not mean our enemies have disappeared. That's why I wrote my new book, Why We Fight: Defeating America's Enemies with No Apologies. As a former deputy assistant to President Trump for strategy, I explained the threats posed by enemies like Russia, China, and the global jihadi movement. We must know our enemies and have the will to defeat them. In my book, Why We Fight, we take off the political correctness blinders of the Obama years and learn how we can vanquish our enemies without mortal combat.
Sebastian Gorka's new book, Why We Fight: Defeating America's Enemies with No Apologies, is available now from Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. To participate, call the studio at 312-642-5600.
So do you get any pushback from black Democrats?
No, I'm surprised. I mean, I get a little here and there. Usually, if we had like a shooting, like any type of shooting, like the whole high-profile law enforcement versus black man shooting, I usually get those. But nothing too loud. So we just use that. We talk about the situation, and usually they still are anti-gun, but they see why we formed this gun club and what we're trying to do. So we agree to disagree, but we don't disengage, and we're very respectful, and it's great. I mean, I even had a few of them that actually jumped ship and came over my side of the aisle, so it was great. So I convinced them.
The problem with most of the arguments that you hear from the left is they're not real. I remember saying once to somebody, I could come up with a better argument against gun ownership than you can, and that's supposed to be what you know about. They just, I guess they get talking points or something, but they just have this made up stuff, and you can't have an intelligent discussion with someone if they're not armed. I mean, the best discussion I ever had, and I've said this many times, we had Eric Zorn. I don't know if you know Eric Zorn. So he was on the show, and the thing about Eric is he's really not 100% anti-gun, but he's sort of is. But he used rational logic arguments, not made up stuff. And it was a very, very good discussion. It really was.
I used to be that person. I used to be that anti-gun person. I think that's why I got that advantage when I talk to somebody anti-gun, because I know exactly what they're going to say. So, and it's not something that I come out with like canned statements. I try to get away from the cliches, all that stuff, like the talking points, and try to make it as genuine as possible and on a personal level, because you see that on social media all the time. People just go after and use that same candid like statements over and over and over again, and it gets boring after a while, and it gets dry. So we try to make it at a personal level, and we talk about a lot of things. So I mean, especially on the Black Democrats, the liberal side, we talk about the black gun owners. We talk about Robert F. Williams, and we even talk about how Dr. King was a gun owner, but nobody talks about that at the schools.
Right. Doesn't fit the agenda.
It doesn't. Yeah. And what we talk about is black gun ownership in American history, how it was all about self-defense. And I always say it was the black gun ownership was a pinnacle in black history, in American history, because, I mean, that was the key to our survival.
Sure.
I mean,
there were landmark Supreme Court cases that basically upheld the black right to gun ownership.
Oh yeah. So I mean, you got Rhonda Gazelle, you got Mike Moore, you got Otis McDonald, especially this is in Chicago alone.
That's Chicago alone.
3 black people.
Yeah.
In
and
Chicago.
Those are recent, but I'm talking. There was one in the 1800s.
Well, give my memory on that one. What was it?
I would have to go. I don't.
I know it's the tip of my tongue. I know
Ed
exactly.
Ronkowski's always really good. He always busts out with that one, and I still haven't really learned it.
You're listening to On Target Radio. This is AM 560. The Answer. Something that you said earlier, and I was just trying to remember exactly how you worded it. The issue. Well, you talk about who should own a gun. In the Chicago metropolitan area today, it's black people. Realistically, we all of our friends, all the white people own guns and all that kind of stuff, and we live in places where the crime rate is almost zero. Where I live, the biggest crime we had was 20 years ago. Some kid went through tagging houses with gang symbols, except he didn't have the gang symbol right. He was a wannabe kid, right? And if anybody needs protection, that's it. And it astounds me that the liberals will do anything to disarm you. Well, all of us, really, but you included. And that's tough. You have a neighbor watch. Part of your program is a neighborhood watch thing, right?
Yeah. So,
how does that work?
So what we are trying to do, and we're still in the development phases right now. So we call it a block club. So it's going to be a 761st Gun Club block club initiative. So what we are trying to do is like a neighborhood watch program. Is a way, and a lot of people think that, oh my God, you got this gun club who's gonna introduce guns in the streets and try to patrol, and it's not like that. If you guys are familiar with the Deacons of Defense, those guys, those patriots, look those guys up. So those patriots down south, so they were going against the KKK and defending their neighborhoods and defending their homes, and they will make, and that wasn't just those guys. It was also they was policing themselves and taking care of their own people, and kind of got people straight. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to revamp the neighborhood watch program and try to revise it and try to get that relationship back with the Chicago PD, also churches and things like that, so we can make this a more community-based grassroots program so people will know what's going on in the streets. The thing is we don't necessarily need to go call the police right away or whatever. Like, we have our little sign, welcome to so-and-so street, and this is the rules of the streets. If you do this, this is the repercussion. And
that's really cool.
We're going to be back with more On Target Radio. When we return, I want to talk a little bit about how people can get involved with your club, get support for the club perhaps. All that and more when we return with more On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560.
The Answer.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
You know I love MyPillow and how it's changed how I sleep. Hi, this is Amy Jacobson, and when I heard about the new MyPillow mattress topper, I couldn't wait to try it. Now, I don't know if I love MyPillow or the MyPillow mattress topper more. It's that good. And now you can get a great deal on a MyPillow mattress topper and start getting the best sleep of your life. The exclusive 3-layer design includes MyPillow foam for support, traditional foam to help relieve pressure points, and an ultra-soft patent temperature-regulating cover. It has a 10-year warranty and a cover that's washable and dryable. It's made in the USA, and it's backed by Mike Lindell's 60-day money-back guarantee. You'll get the total body support you need to sleep better. So here's the deal. Right now, you'll save 30% when you use promo code Amy. Plus, you'll receive 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free. So visit MyPillow.com or call 800-489-0201, promo code Amy.
Famous Winston Churchill quotes, presented by Automated Systems.
Winston Churchill once stated, "The main vice of capitalism is the uneven distribution of prosperity. The main vice of socialism is the even distribution of misery."
It's important we support companies that share our conservative values. If you are a manufacturer, I encourage you to call my friend Laz Kulchar from Automated Systems. As a software and systems integration company, Automated Systems creates custom solutions to make your production lines, facilities, and plants run more efficiently. Imagine less downtime, more speed, and fewer rejects. It doesn't matter if you're a Fortune 500 or a startup, Automated Systems delivers solutions for your toughest automation challenges. For information, I encourage you, man, to talk to Laz at Automated Systems. Call 844-HIRE-ASI or visit AutomatedSYS.com. That's 844-HIRE-ASI.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. So I don't want Ed Ronkowski to have to put down his brandy and call in. So the Supreme Court Supreme Court decision I was trying to think of was United States versus Cruikshank, which was 1875, which is a very early, obviously, case. So that was the one I was trying to think of.
You should be a researcher. Oh, wait.
I am.
Oh, wait. Right.
Ironically.
Right. Yeah. So it takes, I'm sure, a lot of money and certainly a lot of effort to do this. How can people help out if they want to help out?
So, I mean, we got a website out there, the 761stgunclub.com. You could go on there. My number, my email's out there. Give me a call if you want to join the gun club. Our application is on there as well. Go through a process. We have our old board of directors, and I have my executive committee crew that keeps me in check. So that's a check and balance. They just won't let me go off and do my own thing. I got to get permission to do everything for the reps at the gun club. So if you go through the application process, you're cool with the executive committee, you in. So it's no problem.
Do you do fundraisers?
Yes, we do. We do fundraisers. So we actually are doing a gun raffle for our holiday party. So we have a holiday party. It's going to be on December 14th at the Eagle Sports Range. So we are raffling off. I forgot what the gun is, but it's on our website as well. We also got our Facebook page, and then it's an online ticket. So it's $10 a ticket, and then like $25 for 3 tickets.
You have, how many people are now in the club?
We are about like 140.
About 140. That's
right
awesome.
now. I'm being a little. It's probably more than that, but I'm just estimating.
Are they really active? I mean, a lot of club type things. 10% of the people do everything.
So what happened every given month? I have about 50 to 65 people that show up to our meetings. So the first meeting we ever had, I was just set up this meeting, and I was thinking I was going to get 12 guys. I talked to the president of the national chapter, Phil Smith, and he was like, well, you're going to probably have like 12 people to show up, and you guys will just talk about what you're doing and go shoot some targets. The first meeting, we had like over 50 people there, and it was standing room. It was standing room. So at that moment, it wasn't a gun club. I mean, it was a gun club, but it was more of a community outreach, activism, and all that other stuff. So that from that first meeting, the whole platform just changed. So, which was a good thing. So
yeah, that's amazing, because then you just skip over that whole building phase and you just go right into whatever it is you wanted to do.
And exactly what it is. So we are organized. We still fine tuning some things, but we're ready to implement get our plans going. So we out there, and we got an event we're trying to plan for this spring. We're gonna try to do a firearm safety 101 course out in either the west side or south side of Chicago. So we're gonna look for a church. If there's any pastors, well, listen to this, please give me a call and let me use your church one Saturday. I'll be greatly appreciated. So.
I wonder if Father
That's a great idea.
I wonder if Father Flager
Oh, yeah. Maybe what is that? That's not holy name. That's
I don't think he knows I exist yet. So
I'll bet he does. He seems to know. He seems to know everybody exists.
You never know.
That's true. You're listening to On Target Radio. This is AM 560, The Answer. Our guest is Q Amoah, who is the president of the 761st Gun Club of Illinois. Feel free to give us a call, yell at him, shout at him, ask a question. I don't care. I'm on the other side of the council. It works for me. Just don't swear. It gets the engineers funky. They go crazy back there when you do that.
Well, he was redlining the audio.
He was, yeah.
Too.
Well, that's true, too. He was redlining the audio, yeah. So tell me again, I forget, where do you meet? Not the range, but where do you actually meet?
We actually meet at the range, at the Oak Forest.
And it's which range?
Eagle Sports Range.
Eagle Sports Range, okay.
Oak Forest.
Off of 159th.
Okay. So, and then, like, you do what? You have speakers and...
We have speakers. We're actually going to have our holiday party on the 14th of December. We got one of the board members from the Illinois State Rifle Association going to be coming out and speaking to the members.
And that would be...
Lee.
Lee Groharing.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's going to be out there, and me and him have been chatting a bit. So, I have him coming out on December 14th. He's going to speak. And then... other stuff, we have lawyers. We have like defense attorneys will come out or anything like that. We got insurance companies will come out and talk about their products as well. So we try to embolden our members to get educated more about the Second Amendment and all these services and the thought process and things like that. So
it's interesting. It's
we'd love to get a politician from Chicago to come in my meeting to do public speaking. I don't know if that's going to happen, but
aren't most of them in jail?
Huh?
Aren't most of them in jail? That was a low blow, wasn't it? That's uncalled for.
That was
that's uncalled for.
That was kind of gratuitous.
In 60 seconds, Pritzker, what's going to happen? How's that going to affect you?
I think nothing's going to change in the African American community. I think it's going to stay the same. Nothing. I mean, he talks. I hope. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but I mean, we got history that shows that nothing has changed in the black community. So I'm not. I mean, we had dirt, so nothing's going to change.
Yeah, long on promises, short on delivery. Yeah,
nothing's going to change.
That's true. It probably is. It's and most of I would assume most of your members are handgun people.
Yeah, most of our people are handguns. We got a lot of AR fans and some shotgun people too. I'm more of a shotgun person. I think I'm more of a shotgun because it has so much in the black gun owners' history, like Rosa Parks. IDD Wells. They were very pro shotgun. So
really,
I think it's
Rosa Parks.
Oh yeah. Why you think? She was sitting in the bus, and you think? You would think that she would got
carrying
lynched.
a 12 gauge.
You would think she would got lynched. What do you think? Why she stayed alive? She had a gun on her.
Is that right?
Is she really?
Oh, that's funny.
Protecting herself.
That's something they don't talk about.
Negroes. Read Negroes with a Gun by Robert F. Williams, and that you'll teach you all that history.
We got to take another break, and we'll be back with more On Target Radio after these messages. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
All right, if your roof's needy, you can
Call Crumweedy.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. If your roof is leaky, if the shingles are curling, or if your roof isn't right after storms, then you need to call Crumweedy with roofing companies, and the difference is, of course, installation. Now, Crumweedy, they know that, and that's why they follow the manufacturer's specifications, so your warranty is totally intact, and many companies don't do that, and that could void your warranty. If you hate high-pressure sales tactics, not from Crumweedy. They give you good, better, best options. You make the choice, no pressure. Crumweedy is a roof that lasts at a fair price. Now, Mark Olson and Greg Olson of Crumweedy, they lead this third-generation family business that's been doing Chicagoland roofs since 1953. Now, they fix roof problems, so if your roof is needy,
Call Crumweedy.
That's 630-595-8020. That's 630-595-8020. They're online, of course, at myroofisneedy.com.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
The following Safer USA classes are at our facility in Waterman. Saturday, December 8th, Illinois Concealed Carry Renewal Class. Saturday and Sunday, December 15th and 16th, Illinois Concealed Carry 1. This 16-hour class will be taught by David and Gretchen and meets the training requirements for Illinois Concealed Carry as well as Florida and Arizona. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on register.
That was quick.
I told you it would be.
That was caught me off by surprise. When you said it was quick, I didn't think it was that quick.
I said it'd be short.
It would be short. It would indeed. Any thoughts that you have that you would like to impart on the teeming masses?
Yeah, we're trying to change the face of the gun owner. So, I mean, we always hear that what the gun owner looks like, and I want to challenge that thought process. And the gun owners, this is nothing new in the black community, and we try to illustrate that by showing the history of the black gun owner in America.
I'm sure there are people who are going, "Oh my God, they're organizing. There's going to be a."
Oh no, we're not no militia or anything like that.
You know, there's some people who are.
I know, and that's on them if they feel that way. I can't. It's nothing I can say or do to change their mind. I mean, I know my heart is in the right place. My gun club is in the right place.
Sure.
We're not going to come after you and anything like that. So we're just trying to reclaim our rights as Americans.
It sounds like your heritage as well.
Yeah.
When I taught at Louisiana Tech, in the South, everybody, black, white, I don't care who they are, they all have pickup trucks and they all have rifles in the back window. I mean, everybody, it's just the way they live down there. They all live that way. And you come up here and it's totally different. I mean, the mindset's totally different. I guess down there, a lot of it is they actually put food on the table. I mean, it not like they're so poor they can't, but, you know, they hunt. I mean, hunting's a way of life in the South. And up here in the inner city, it's not.
And we're trying to pick that up. Like, that's one of our disciplines. So hunting, self-defense, and competition is our 3 disciplines that we work on. And hunting is one. We got a hunting guy, and shout out to Courtney. But But yeah, we do all the hunting safety training, try to get that going, and then try to plan hunting trips to go down south to do some deer and hog hunting because again we can't do hunting in Illinois for some reason.
Hog hunting. You ever been hog hunting?
I was around hogs growing up and as a kid, but I never.
Yeah, you know, if you wound them, they charge you and kill you.
I'll take the challenge. Let's
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Let's go.
Like, bring it.
Let's go.
I originally was going to hunt it with a single action revolver because that's more accurate. And then somebody pointed out that if you wound them, and they'll charge and kill you. I went to the double action right away. All right. Well, we'd like to thank you, Amoah, for joining us in the studio tonight. We'd like to thank you for taking time to listen to On Target Radio.
We'd also like to thank George Hoffman on the board, Eric Allen, our video producer, announcer, and all-around tech whiz guy. Learn about how you can be a sponsor partner for a lot less than you think. Call 815-741-3474 for details.
And we'd like to make sure that you come back next week. Next week, no guest. Next week, it's going to be the old Gretchen, David, Eric, whatever.
BS show.
BS show, yeah. You got to be careful exactly what we say. But we'll probably bring in some news clips. We'll talk a little bit about taking a vacation. We'll just, whatever. Yeah. People seem to like it when we don't prepare at all, which is hard to differentiate from when we do, but,
Well, I don't know. I mean, we know the difference.
Yeah, we know the difference. But so we'll be back next week, and we'll just talk about news items and chat. So make sure you get our phone number, write it down, give us a call when we return, and we'll have some more fun, right? We'll have fun. Until then, we'll see you until next week when we'll be covering more red meat issues that affect your life.